Good day guys, how you all doing? This is NKD SMARTVIEW. So right about today we're going on to a live gameplay, and for this gameplay we'll be having what? Our self highs. So right here we had what? This particular zone whereby we have a balance and rebalance. Following up with that we had what? Momentum right here. So now from this particular session of ID 78 we'll be going on with highs. Now one thing you should know is the fact that when you're going on the high-low, due to the fact that the high-low has an odds of 2.00, it means the fact that if you have as much as 5 out of 10 using a martingale, you'll be quite profitable as long as your losing streak does not kick in. Not using a martingale, you also be what? Break even. You will break even. So this is it right now. So from the very first ID, we're starting on ID 78 right here. Let's see how far we'll go by ID 87. As I told you, when you're going on the high-low, you don't need to play anything more than, after confirmation, nothing more than 10 to 15 gameplays. That is it. With 10 gameplays, you get 6 out of 10. You are getting up to 40% of your total staking. That is, let's say you start up with a capital of 10.5. By 5 stakes in, you are getting like 30%. If your losing streak is not exceeded, when you go on 6 wins, you are making like 40%, 45% of your total staking. Then when you go on 7, you're making 40 something, 50 something percent. So imagine you started 10 minutes ago with 10,500 playing high-low. 10 minutes later, you should be around 15,000, 16,000. That is on the high-low because of the odds generated of 2.00. So let's get on to that now as we proceed. So as I told you, now we are starting on the ID 78. We are going on highs. And in this given sense now, we want to go on the next 10 gameplays, and we're expecting as little as 6, 7 out of 10 on highs to make us what? Profitable for this round. So let's check out that. So we've gotten ourselves 3 out of 10 so far. We have what? 2, 1 out of 3. And as I've stated once again, once you are going on high-low, make sure you do not exceed 10 to 15 gameplays. 10 gameplays is standard. That's something you should know. The amount of profit you get in 10 gameplays on high-low, on Bet0 you might have to do it on 20, 25 gameplays, 30 gameplays. On Rainbow you have to do it in like 15, 20 gameplays, 25 gameplays. So you do understand, you don't need to go on. Now imagine you did start with 10,500, which is a beginning stake of 1,000, second 1,500, third 3,000, last 6,000. You understand? This is the martingale for 4 times on high-low. Your first gameplay, you won it. You've made what? 1,000 here. As you know, it's 2.00. So you use 1,000, you won 1,000. Second gameplay, you lost it. You've done minus 1,000. Third gameplay, you lost it. You've done minus 1,500. So you are losing down 2,500. Fourth gameplay, you won it by staking in 3,000 times 2 odds. You won 6,000. So 5,500 minus 6,000, you've gotten what? 500. So whenever you win using this staking plan, 1,000 to 1,500 to 3,000 to 6,000, whenever there is a win, you go back to what? Your stake plus a 500 naira. So for game 5, you win game 5, you won 1,000. Win game 6, you won what? 1,000. 7, you lost minus 1,000. 8, you won 500. 9, 1,000. 10, 1,000. That is, you won a total of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10. You do get me now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 out of 10. You got yourself 1,500. That's 1,500, 2,500, 3,500. Lost this. 4,000, 5,000, 6,000. So out of 10,500, you've won 6,000. This is how high-low works. As long as you do not exceed your martingale, you are good to go. Don't just lose more than 3-4 times in a row. You are good to go. And as I told you, if you follow the structure, follow the entry using what? The key factors of 24 hours analysis, 100 draws. That is the first parameter to follow. Following up with that, now you go into the last 10 draws, whereby you look in for what? Your momentum, you're looking for slack, you're looking for balance, rebalance, and sometimes you're looking for change in delivery. So once you follow up all these parameters, now you get what? Your entry model. So with your entry model, you know how to what? navigate from there. Once you navigate at the right time, that is the major thing, because when you come over to what, using out your statistics, that is on the 24 hours here, you have to know what you are looking in for, be it a high, be it a low. You then go over to your 100 draws, make the confirmation of the high, then the low. So once you've confirmed on 24 hours, yes, I wish to go in for high, high is confirmed. You go over to 100 draws. 100 draws also tells you that high is what? Confirmed. The next thing you want to do is to go over to your last 10 draws. Now you can know if there is confluence. Does your last 10 draws also tell you to go in for highs? If it does, good, you can proceed. If it doesn't, abort. So if this 1, 2 tells you go in, this tells you otherwise, you leave it. If you go into the last 10 draws now, it shows you that you are in an early phase. You have to wait. You have to go through, as I told you, the momentum, you go through slack, you go through balance, you go through rebalance, you go to change in delivery. So all these processes, you have to check it out well. Then once you enter, you position and you go 10 draws. And as I showed you just now, with 10,500, within 10 draws, winning as much as what? 6 game plays. Okay, 7 game plays according to my explanation. You get as much as 6,000 naira. That is almost 60% of what you staked in within 10 draws. You understand how classy this system is. Though one thing I want to let you know is the fact that if you do not analyze, it will mess you up. If you come in to start playing highs when it is what? Dominated by lows, you can have 7 or 10 out of 10. You lose it. This is what I'm talking about now. Go over to your statistics now. Check out high, low, all time. This is the record here. Imagine playing highs whereby lows is supposed to be dominating. The max win streak according to all-time record shows 19. So no martingale is saving you from this. That is why I told you that it's not just all about, you cannot randomly do this. You can't just say, okay, since I just need to win 5 out of 10 to be profitable, let me stake without martingale. You can go 10 out of 10, you will not win a single one. If it's to be lows and you're playing highs, you will lose. If it's to be highs, you're playing lows, you would lose. So analysis is important, even more important than your risk management. The analysis is more important, and entry, when you make your entry, is also very important. Don't enter too early, don't enter too late. So we are almost on ID 87 here. So we started on 78 here. Let's see how many we are getting out of 10. So our last gameplay is coming out. We run the analysis and we see how much was made using the staking pattern of 1,000, 1,500, 3,000 and what? 6,000 here. And also do note, if you do not win on the 10th round, you have to go in for recovery for the next. So let's look at this now. So we are on 10 out of 10 and that is it. We started here. So first one we won, let's say plus 1,000. Second one minus 1,000. Third one you won plus 500. Fourth you lost minus 1,000. 51 plus 500. Sixth one plus 1,000. Seventh one plus 1,000. Eighth one minus 1,000. Ninth one plus 500. 10th plus 1,000. So 1,000, 1,500. Okay, let's do from below. 1,000. We do not calculate what losses here, because you go in for recovery. So you do not calculate your losses, because whenever you make a recovery, you minus it and you get yourself 500, as I explained earlier on. So 1,000 plus 500, 1,500 plus 500, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 4,500 and what? 5,000. So this was what? A 5,000 naira entry. I believe I'm right. 1,000, 1,500, 2,000, 3, 4, 4, 5, 5,000. So depending on how your losses comes in, it depends what, how you also get to what, recover. In this same 7 out of 10, you can still win 6,000 depending on where your losses position. You do understand me? So this is what, 5,000 out of 10, 5 staking. So 10 minutes, 50%, almost 50%, let's say around 47, 45, 47% has been gotten as returns. That is simply how the high-low works. Very easy, very simple, and very convenient. So 10 draws, we end our gameplay. I do not like going beyond 10 draws. 10 draws is more than okay. 50% and you're out. So with that, I'll be ending this video. A nice day to you all.